Good evening. Hello, everybody. It's time for spooky, scary time. Wahahaha. What's up, everybody? I see people coming in here. Oh, already got a good comment to your question. All right. Hey, Calder, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. We'll get on that here in a minute. Hope people are doing well. We'll get some people in here. What's going on? Get some people in here and talk about spooky, scary things. Everybody's having a good evening this evening. I'm wearing my newest Iron Maiden t-shirt. This is the Run for Your Lives tour t-shirt. It's got scary crows flying around in the Maiden lettering. So there you go. Spooky, scary Maiden poster behind me. Roshlock, what's up, man? How's it going? Glad to see you. Thank you for being here, sir. I'll go back to your question a little bit, Calder. About to do Halloween. Nice. Nice, Anthony. What's going to be on the pizza, dude? Is it going to be in the shape of a bat or a pumpkin, or what is it, Polygraph? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, sir. Just when I mount I mean, we could talk about the gold card closure. I'm sure that video surprised a bunch of people. So surprised that video surprised a bunch of people. Hello, weird one. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Happy Halloween to you too. Hope everything is going well in your neck of the woods. Standard pepperoni. Howdy. What's up, Matt? Mr. Matt Clausen's here. Oh, I think I missed James. James, what's up? Good timing, man. Polygraph. I thought after being told you look like a Russian mob enforcer, you would be wearing something in that genre. I don't have the Adidas tracksuit yet, man. I haven't gotten that. You have to look for one of those at Lululemon. Okay, Calder, I want to go back to your question here. So do we think the scariest thing in the credit card game is pop-up jail, pending review applications, or merchants not accepting Amex? If I'm being stuck with those three options only, I think for me it'd be pending review, because pop-up jail doesn't scare me because there's links out there to get around it all the time. So I don't care about pop-up jail anymore. Merchants not accepting Amex, it is what it is. That's why you carry other cards with you that are not Amex to mitigate that issue. But pending review sucks. Like, I just want to know. Tell me right now, am I approved or not? But that's my answer. So let's see here. Cesar, it's getting closer. Yes, 1 week from today, I will hopefully be on the ground in Puerto Rico, in San Juan. I think my plane lands about 5:00 on Friday the 7th. So I think right around there. I think it's like between 4 and 5 is when my plane lands. So I should be there and on the ground. I've been watching too much Soprano. Man, Sopranos were so good, dude. Sopranos were so good. Trick or treat. What's up, Lithium? Trick or treat to you? Well, I'm hoping this stream is a treat and not a trick. Mr. Yes, Anthony, the Goat Venture. What's up, James? Good to see you, man. Yo, this is our perfect Joel. This our perfect Joel. Oh man. So good. Yeah, we got about 15 people in here, so we'll get going. We're about 5 minutes in almost. So yeah, I just thought this would be kind of a unique stream on Halloween, right? So I thought, okay, what can I do on Halloween? 'Cause I'm not really a big Halloween person, really. I mean, so honestly, I've been in my house for 8 years now. I bought candy and tried to do the Halloween stuff for the neighborhood kids the first 5 years I've lived here, and I never had one trick-or-treater ever at all. Not one. So basically the last 3 years. Yeah, 3 years or so. I just quit. I'm like, I don't even bother anymore. So it's just like another day to me. But I thought, you know what? Let's do a stream on Halloween. Let's talk about this. How can I intertwine credit cards with Halloween? And so I've come up with the idea of talking about the scary, spooky things and myths and whatnot that I'm sure that not just myself, but I know that you all have had to have heard or read them as well. So that's why I wanted to do this. I thought it'd be kind of a cool topic tonight. What's up, Tom? Good to see you, man. Cannot wait to see you in a week, sir. Hit that like. Yes, please hit the like button. 16 people in here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Happy Halloween, Vincent. Hope everything is well with you. So, my first topic is one that I've heard several times now, especially when I'm talking to, and this really comes up when I'm talking to um, people that are not really in the game. It's like okay, they might have a credit card or two, they might have but they're not really into it. It's like it's like yeah, I got credit cards, I use them, and that's it. Um, so what's up, Eddie? Dude, it's just 5 minutes in, dude. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. I'm hurting about the news well, I mean, I know people are gonna wanna talk about the gold card tonight. That's totally fine. We can talk about the gold card. I know I crushed a lot of people when I said I canceled my gold card. I knew that'd be a great video because everybody'd be like, "What?" Like, no, it's not clickbait. It's as I showed in my video, it's closed. It's dead. So don't worry. It can come back. Just right now, welcome offers are where it's at. So, but anyway, back on topic. So, several things I hear people talk about to me that are not in the game, that are not in the points and miles game and whatnot. And it's usually people that probably have either they don't have credit cards at all or they have a couple of credit cards. And that thing they tell me is, oh, you shouldn't have more than one or two credit cards like that will hurt your credit. That's really bad. And I don't know where that comes from, but it's like I show them. It's like I showed them. I've actually showed a few people my, like my Credit Karma is like, well, or I had or my cards. I'm like, I have 20. Well, I guess not the gold card now. So 26 active credit cards, which I know is not anything to other people. I mean, that's like a drop in the bucket to some others in the world in the game. But I mean, 26 is a lot to me. And I'm like, I have 26 credit cards, and my credit scores on FICO 9 are 815. So it's not hurting my credit at all. And I've argued that the more credit you have, first of all, the more resources you have at your disposal. But with a I can't talk tonight, with a thicker credit profile, that means a lot of credit at your disposal. But also um, responsible use. Uh, and the more time passes, the thicker your credit score becomes. And so, like I said, I'm like, here's my score, 815. I've got 26 active cards. So, and it blows their mind. They're like, oh wow, okay. That's like I guess I misunderstood something, I just didn't know. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's like a common misconception. Nurkin, how's it going? Happy Halloween, man. Hope you're doing good, sir. Next week's video, why I got the gold card again? No, Matt. No, sir, not next week. It's gonna be a while, dude. Like I said, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while because my whole mindset's changed. Like I've talked about in the previous video to the video about me canceling was the video about me talking about multipliers don't matter. And for me right now, since I'm working back to back to back to back welcome offers, I've basically not working a welcome offer in 2.5 years. Why should I pay for cards that don't give me any benefit right now? Like it doesn't make sense. Why should I pay 325 on a card that I'm not going to use because I'm putting all my spend on the current card that I'm working a welcome offer for? So the gold card is not coming back anytime soon. Sorry, Eddie. I just saw your comment. It'll be back. It'll be back. It'll come back. Don't worry. At some point, when when the welcome offers and stuff, if they start slowing down and whatnot, then multipliers might matter. But right now, the gold just if I'm going to be in Japan, if you and I are going to be in Japan, which I guess we need to talk about too, um, I'm going to be carrying the card on me that I'm working the welcome offer on. So the gold card is not really going to matter. Any other multiplier card is not going to matter. What's up, Rewards Master? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great evening. Happy Halloween. I thought I saw you were streaming just as I was getting ready to go live. So hope your stream went well. Matt, Amex going to drop a lure to upgrade. Well, so far they haven't. I mean, I've logged in. Of course, the card's only been closed for a couple of days, but they haven't given me any kind of an upgrade offer on my green card. And if they did, it wouldn't matter. So just like I said, just I have no desire to pay the annual fee for it right now, and it just not going to do me any good. Because also too, I'm most usually only working one welcome offer at a time. About the only time of year that I can do multiple welcome offers is about September, October, when I have like some recurring expenses where I can do where I can do a couple, welcome offers at the same time. But usually it's just one card at a time. So okay, so going back to my list here of spooky things. So like I said, I don't know, I'm sure some of you have heard the same thing about, someone saying, "Oh, having one or two more having more than two cards probably hurt your credit." It's like, nope. I've got 26 and my credit score is 815. And that's through FICO. So yeah, that's one myth I've seen people mention. So another one is I'm just referring to notes here that I wrote down. Another one that I've heard fairly often is, and this just kills me because it's like you're harming yourself in so many ways. But I've heard people say, "Oh, I make the minimum payment. I'm okay." It's like, okay. First of all, if you're making minimum payment, you're carrying a balance. So hopefully the balance you're carrying is on a 0% interest card that you might have maybe you did a balance transfer over to the card. You're carrying a balance, we all say, life happens, right? Life just happens. Sometimes you have to put a charge on a credit card. Hopefully it's on a card that has a 0% APR on it for a purchase, or it's a balance transfer where you're able to, okay, you can make the payment, but get it paid off before the APR kicks in. Um, but when I hear people say, "Oh, I'm making a minimum payment, I'm okay," it's like, oh my god, please don't. you know, it just, yeah, and that's how people get in trouble. That's how people get in trouble. You make the minimum payment, you have a card that's carrying like several thousands of dollars in about on a on the balance. It just that's just you're asking for trouble. So, but yeah, when I hear people say, "I'm making a minimum payment, I'm good," that just scary for people. What's up? Am I going? Yes, I am. I am flying on next Friday the 7th. Be flying through Atlanta on Delta. So I'll be getting me some Centurion Lounge time and having a bourbon at the bourbon bar. Okay, so another one I've heard people say is you have to carry a balance to build your credit. And to me, that kind of sort of goes hand in hand with carrying a balance. So I'm making a minimum payment. That's how I'm building my credit. It's like, no, no, you do not have to carry a balance to be. I have basically no balance on any of my cards. I think on the only cards I have a balance on right now are almost all of my Amex cards. I put something on them. Pretty much all of my Amex cards, I put something on them. But it's all, I mean, I think the highest balance on any of them is like $150 right now. So it's like, and I don't carry a balance. It all gets paid off uh, every paycheck. So um, yeah, I tell people it's not about the bureaus getting reported that you're carrying a balance. It's about the standing of your account. It's about what your, you have this card and say it's got a $10,000 limit on it. That, the more utilization on the card can actually harm you, especially if it gets above, 30%, especially. It can harm your score actually. So it's like, no, it has nothing to do with the balance and being utilized. It has to do with, is your account in good standing? How much credit do you have? Because all that stuff does matter and goes into your credit history and as your credit ages. So when I hear people say like I have to carry a balance or I have, to build credit, it's like, no, 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 no. No, you don't have to do that. So get back to some comments here. What is up, background balloon? 2 lives this week. Yeah, man. I just wanted to do I just wanted to do this Halloween themed one and talk about, things that I've heard people say in about credit cards that are kind of scary and spooky. So I just kind of wanted to meld a credit card themed Halloween live. So I'm just talking about I just going over some things that I've had written down here for things that I've seen people say in the past. So the box unboxing box. Okay, that's quite the name. I don't think I've seen you here before, but thank you for the super chat, man. That's amazing. Thank you. That's very kind. John, hope you're having a good day. Just wanted to let you know I recently started my credit journey with the Chase Freedom Rise. Nice. I'm assuming it's your first card. That's a great card to start your journey with. That's the whole purpose of the Rise card. So is to start your journey. So that's awesome. Congratulations. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. I'm glad to help you however I can. So, and welcome. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you. Happy Halloween to you. Rewards Master says, I arrive on the 7th. Also nice. Yeah, man. I look forward to meeting you. Maybe we'll bump into each other at the airport. Jimmer the PGA Pro. Okay, Jimmer the PGA Pro. I read that correctly. I'm like, let me look at that for a second. Do you feel like the MX BBP is okay for personal charges as long as you pay it off? Yes. I use my BBP for personal charges, although I've stopped doing that just because of I use that card, try to use the card just for YouTube expenses and whatnot for some software that I use for this platform that I use here to stream with and whatnot. So I try to put business charges on it only now, just because I am taking the YouTube, I'm taking the YouTube thing more seriously now. But I have no problem at all with putting, if I wasn't doing that, I have no problem putting personal charges on the BBP. Chad of Chad's Money Minutes in has what up, Chad? Chad, we're getting close, man. I cannot wait to see you in a week. Oh, when do you get in, Chad? I get in on the 7th. It's good to see you here, man. Bro, a lot of the Iron Man tickets sold out. Man, they did, dude. They did. I got a ticket for Salt Lake or for San Antonio. Bought it this morning as soon as it went online. So I almost did the VIP package again, but I'm like, do I really want to do the VIP again? I don't know how different it's going to be this time around, as opposed to Salt Lake City last year. So I didn't do it. I just bought a regular seat. So yeah, I'm stoked. I cannot wait. What's up, Ronaldo? Ronald, that's Ronaldo. Ronald, how you doing, man? Good to see you, sir. Rush first card hype. Yes. Yeah, man. The first card is the most important card. So for sure. Background said, granted, I used all my Live Nation concert cash and IHG F&A to make the Sabaton show. I'm going to nice. Maybe you're talking about you were thinking about doing that. So I put it on my I went through Ticketmaster because I have other tickets for concerts this year through Ticketmaster as well. I just pay for it with my platinum card I'm working on the offer on right now. I think the ticket for that concert for this Maiden concert was like it's like 160, 165 after taxes. Just need to pay for gas. Nice. It works out well, man. Iron Maiden would have been just in budget if I still had the concert cat. Yeah. Hey man, if you have a budget, stick with it. Don't, I mean, it's okay to splurge sometimes, but yeah, if it's not within your budget, and especially with, no one, what's going on with you and everything, definitely stick within budget. Filmo doesn't like Halloween. He's not good at sharing candy. Dude, I just quit buying candy because I've never had any kids ever come by here and stop. So it's like, okay, why am I buying candy for if it's I guess what I would have learned after the first couple of years, but I try to give it like 5 years and no one ever stopped. So it's like, okay, well, I'm buying candy for no reason then. 20 people in here in 20 minutes. Just keep hitting that like, please. Congrats on sniping the oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Haven't been to San Antonio yet, so plan on making it like a 3 or 4 day trip. So check out the city and whatnot and then go see Maiden. Texas Dog, what is up? I'll be in your neck of the woods next year, Texas Dog, for a concert. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. Um, okay, so let me see here. What other myths have I heard I haven't talked about yet? So yeah, we talked about the making the minimum payment is okay. We've talked about you shouldn't have more than one or two credit cards. We've talked about carrying a balance is okay. You have to carry a balance to build your credit history. Another one I've heard is just quite simply, credit cards are bad. You shouldn't have them. Now, when I've asked people why they say this to me, and it's probably been 7 or 8 times if I've had to guess, but it's always like, oh, credit cards are evil, the banks get you, and da, 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 so on and so on. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, you do have some points, and they can be, um, but I don't know if it's people, listening to Dave Ramsey, and I mean, Dave Ramsey makes some good points. I disagree with him on a lot of things, but he does make some good points. Or it's maybe personal family history with credit cards. Maybe that's the issue that they have that makes them want not want a credit card. But it's like, I tell them it's like, okay, well, I say, credit cards they can be bad. Especially if you misuse them, they can definitely be bad. If you all of a sudden run up $5,000 in charges and you don't have $5,000 in the bank to pay it off, well, that's a problem. Um, so I don't know if it's like, I think it's probably maybe a combination of all the above, maybe, but I just, yeah, when I hear that, I'm like, no, I said credit cards can be a tool if used correctly. It's like, it's like I'm booking trips on points because of credit cards and I have no balance on them and I have over 20 cards. And if you use them responsibly, then they are a fantastic tool. But I do tell people that if they can't control themselves, if they cannot use discipline, then yeah, you should probably stay away from credit cards then and not have any. So go back to comments here. What's up, double double? Hope you're doing well, man. Hey Yuri, good evening. Hope you're doing well, sir. Background, the Iron Maiden lineup is so stacked. Yep. Yeah, man. Only for a few shows too. So I mean, Salt Lake makes a lot, I keep saying Salt Lake, San Antonio makes a lot of sense. And yeah, with them having Anthrax and Megadeth too, it's like it's gonna be amazing. Ronald, how's your fitness journey going? Oh, dude, I'm glad you asked. So, um, I haven't checked lately, but at my physical little while back with my doctor, I was down another 30 pounds since last year. So, I mean, 30 pounds in a year, I mean, not I guess that I mean it's good for sure. I mean, having to buy smaller clothes now is definitely a good thing. It's going well. It's going well, man. Just it's not perfect. I mean, I'm down what 140 total now. So yeah, it's like my biggest thing is still tweaking diet and whatnot. Still, trying to eat better. And so that's probably the biggest thing that I still struggle with. And I'm tweaking it, and I'm being better my my meal planning and whatnot. So, but it's it's a continuous battle. But seeing the results make it more uh, keeps me on track. It keeps me going to the gym. It keeps me drinking a ton of water. Which, by the way, I should hydrate. So, but yeah, it's going okay. It's going good. Top Halloween candy. I think it's objectively Snickers, even though I'm not the biggest fan of. Um, I don't know about Halloween candy. I mean, for me, my favorite candy actually is tied between two different candies. My two favorite candies are the Score bars, the toffee chocolate bars, and the second would be the Butterfinger bars. Like I could destroy Score bars and Butterfinger bars. Now, I do not, going back to your question, Ronald, I do not keep anything in the house. I don't keep sugar now. No candy, no ice cream, no nothing, no soda, nothing. Sugar is not allowed in the house. Double double, John. If you were restarting from scratch today, what would be your first year of cards? Oh man, um, if I was restarting today, if I was starting over from scratch today, I honestly, I probably, knowing what I know now and being where I am now, I probably would have started with American Express actually instead of Chase. Well, actually, didn't start with Chase. Chase came later, but um, actually, my very first card was the City Double Cash card. That was my very first card. And then a First National Bank of Omaha card, and then the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. So back then I was Mr. Cash back, but um, if I just start over now, being where I am now, being in the mindset I'm in now, I would have started off with American Express. Not me again. Hey, not me again. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well this evening. Happy Halloween. I just called to product change from Chase Unlimited to Flex. The rep told me I can't. I don't know. So to the original Flex or the Freedom Flex? Background. Currently, I'm only doing minimum payments on my City cards because the 0% APR. Yep, okay. I know it's a risky play, but trying to maximize my money right now in a HISA. Okay. So I'm definitely keeping close tabs on when the zero. Okay, yeah. But, well, and I've seen other people do that too. I've actually seen people take out money on a credit card to put it into a HISA and play that game. So, whatever you're comfortable with doing, as long as you are, if you as long as you are being a hawk and you're on top of it, then if you're comfortable doing that, then that's totally fine. Oh yeah, some people are weirdly super against. Well, I don't think it's even against points and miles background. Like they're just against credit cards. Like period. Like none. They're evil. I will never have them. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. One of my friends was calling me a liar about wanting to save money because I said I was going to see Sabaton, but he didn't know about how you were doing it. Uh, I said I got my ticket and lodging covered because of the credit card game, and dude just got mad as for some reason. So was this friend wanting to go and couldn't because of couldn't afford the ticket or something? Or Philmo says Reese's Christmas trees will kill me one day. Reese's Christmas trees are that's a good candy too. I do like that. Nick's ice cream is the bomb. I don't think I've ever had Nick's ice cream. Matt, is that a New York thing? Hey David, how you doing? Happy Halloween to you, sir. Hope you are doing well. Double Double says not me again. That's strange. I would try to call again with a different rep. Had some weird experiences with Visa to Mastercard in the past, but it was rep specific. Okay, all right. I just, I figured you could change between the Freedom Flex and or even, I guess even the Flex maybe and the Freedom Unlimited. So or vice versa, or vice versa. So got 25 people in here. All right. Love seeing you all here. Hope you all having a great Halloween evening wherever you are. Let's see here. I think the last one I had on my list here, and we can go through more too, but the last one I had on my list here of things that were kind of, spooky or whatnot are when people find out I have a lot of credit cards, when people find out I have like 26 credit cards, they say most usually their reply is you must have a lot of debt. Oh, you have that many credit cards? You must have a lot of debt. It's like, nope. I have 26 credit cards and I carry basically no balance on any of them. And because they're always paid off. So I've always wondered why people think that. Why people think that if you have a credit card, you must be in debt. And again, I wonder if it's something that they grew up with. I wonder if it's something that they experienced in their either it's their personal experience, either it's like they have had credit cards or they currently have credit cards and they have a balance on them that they put on there for whatever reason and they can't get out of it for whatever reason, or maybe it's something that they grew up with, maybe parents or whatever. Maybe maybe they were always in debt or something, and they knew their parents had credit cards, but they always had credit card bills. I just kind of wonder like where that comes from, and it must be something in their past or something that they're going through where where they did this thing or they saw it affect someone else. And it's like, oh, well, you must have a ton of debt because you have so many credit cards. So it's like, nope, I have none. None of them have a balance on them. The chocolate lava, I've not had those. Weird one. I've not. I don't think I don't know if I've ever seen them. I don't think I've ever seen those actually. Lithium. Don't get me started on ice cream. Man, I love ice cream. I don't keep sugar in the house. I love soda. I've not had soda in my house. It basically since I've bought the house. Basically since I've lived here. I don't buy candy. I cannot think of the last time I actually bought candy. Well, the last time would have been the last Halloween, basically, that I bought candy for. I just don't buy it. I don't keep it in the house because I just don't need the temptation. Double dose. I think. We'll give it a shot again. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Let us know what happens. Not me. Solstice. You can lose extra weight by sucking 1 or 2 ice cubes per day. Okay, I did not know that. I have to check that out. Solstice. Hope you're doing good, man. No, it's late over there. My first card in US was Chase Freedom. Okay. That's not a bad first card either. Like I said, I got the Freedom Unlimited was the first Chase card I got. And that was late. Oh, that was late 2018. So that's my first Chase card. You're welcome. Well, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, good luck. Not me. Let us know what happens. Lithium. Don't even start with ice cream. I tried Snoop's ice cream and it's ridiculously good. I've heard of Snoop's. Have not had it though. Oh wow, it was before the UR program started. Wow. Okay, that's been a while then. Nix is a light ice cream, high protein, high fiber, all pints less than 400 calories. Okay, interesting. I don't I can't think. Of course, though, I don't go down the frozen aisles much, so I don't wander and look through all the ice cream and stuff. So maybe Walmart neighborhood market carries it, and I just haven't seen it because I just don't go down that aisle. Light ice cream. I don't know. I've never had light ice cream, so I don't know if it's disgusting or not. Background said my friend blew all his money on Louder Than Life festival and was talking about how he got no money. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like, hey, dude, if you were like me and was able to use credit cards and have coupons and whatnot for, for ticket vendors, you would be able to go to the concert like me for little or no money at all. I brought up how the credit card game could make it less financially devastating, and dude went on a rant about how that is too Asian for him. What? Are you how that's too Asian for him? That's a weird that's a weird comment. Okay. Okay, interesting. Which is wild because if anyone looks at this credit card community, we have everyone from all races, ages, etc. Yeah, that's a weird statement to make. Okay, interesting. Not me again. Grab Barclays Red Aviator last month. Decided to grab the City AA Advantage today to celebrate Halloween. 80K miles for 1K spin. Nice. Happy Halloween. Not me again. Very cool, man. Happy Halloween. That's a nice Halloween gift. Did anybody else apply for credit cards? Any credit cards today? I have not because I'm still working on the platinum offer. Background throwback to when the Chase Freedom was 3% back on 3 categories that you can select. Yeah. Matt says Nix is also no sugar added, but sugar alcohols. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Lithium. I've been going carnivore for a while now, and the Amex Gold has been racking up points at the grocery store for steaks every day. Yeah, man. And good steaks, Lithium, are not cheap. At least they're not here in Kansas City. Every time I buy a couple of steaks, it just, oh, my butt puckers. But I mean, protein. I mean, no, protein keeps you. Protein is slower to digest, so it keeps you fuller longer, I guess, for lack of a better term. But and you need protein anyway for energy. So yeah, good steaks are expensive. Messes. I've converted to light ice cream, but bought a pint of Jenny's. I've never heard of Jenny's either. I need to go down the ice cream aisle. I haven't been down the ice cream aisle, man, for years. I just don't buy ice cream. So that's the thing that might be my downfall though. If I go down the ice cream aisle once and I start seeing all the different things, and it'd be like the devil, the little devil standing on my shoulder, tapping me on the shoulder, going, "John, buy some now. You know you want it." Matt says the guy background was talking to said it was too much math in the most racist way possible. Yeah, that's just bizarre. Weird. Oh, why is my there we go. Yuri says I was applying for Kroger variants for a few days, but not today. Did you how many Kroger variants are there? I didn't know they had different ones. Did you get any of them, Yuri? Yeah, that's just a ridiculous comment. I don't know. That's kind of stupid. So yeah, so like I said, the ones like I said, I've gone over some of these ones that I've heard personally, and I've talked to people personally, and mostly about when I'm talking to people about the credit card game, and it's like I get these replies back like about these topics here that I brought up here, where people will say, oh, having so many credit cards, that's bad. You must be have a bunch of debt, and then or credit cards are just bad. Period. Like, oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have any of them, or you have to carry a balance to build credit, or making payments okay. Just like I just want to talk about and bring up a few of these things that I thought to me were people were not, scary and spooky, but like it's just weird what people believe. But it's also like maybe they believe it because of either personal experience or a history of it within their circle of people. So yeah, just very interesting. What tell me what things you've heard people say. I know background shared some. Tell me what you all have heard that make you go, what? Or are kind of like, oh, yikes, that's scary. I want to hear what you all have to say. Background. Also, only had light ice cream once, and it definitely had a different vibe. I've never had light ice cream. 11 Kroger variants applied for 3. It went pending. So all 3 went pending. I didn't know there was 11 different Kroger cards. Holy crap. Okay. Yep. Man, no hard pull so far. Will they hard pull if they are approved I mean, maybe they just went pending, or I don't know how Kroger cards work. I'm assuming it's a hard pull. David, I can't convince anyone I know about credit card miles. They all think I'm full of it. You know what's weird, David? I'll tell you a story in a second. Then I have people in my life that are on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, right? One of my best friends is a lawyer, and he has his own law firm. It's a small law firm. He works out of his house. He's got his wife that works with him, and he's got like 3 employees that work for him, and I consult for him for a fee when he needs technical assistance with things. And he has a United, I don't know which United card it is, a United credit card, he has a Marriott card, and he has a MX Reserve, the Delta Reserve. The 3 cards he has. And a lawyer, I mean, so he makes good money. He plows so much money through those cards. And I've tried to convince him to, dude, man, you're plowing that much money into cards every year. You could be killing it in the points and miles game. And he just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He has the Delta Reserve card. Couldn't give a crap about any of the credits at all whatsoever. Like, he's a person that's like, I'm getting benefit from the cards. I don't give a crap about the credits. I just don't. It doesn't matter to me. They don't benefit me, so why should I care? But he's putting so much spend on those cards that they're constantly taking trips on. They fly almost exclusively Delta, unless they're going to Chicago. They fly United, but they're almost exclusively fly Delta. And so they're just racking up a crap ton of points. And it's just like, dude, you could be killing it so much in this game, man. But he just doesn't care. Just does not care. And it's just like, so then you have like those people that you try to convince, and you're just like, okay, well, it is what it is, I guess. So okay, interesting. Background. So many people are so against the credit card game, but I guess that's more for us, or at least I less incentive for the banks to cut the programs under the reason too many people are making us lose money. Something though, I think we actually do influence things though. I think we do influence some things because ev- evidently, according to Uncle Luke and according to Joe, they do watch our content. They do have people watching our content. And so I think they care, but I don't know if we're such a small niche that they know things are going on, but I still think they care. I think some changes that have been made are because of the things that this community does. Like, number one, I'm pretty sure that the and I don't consider myself one of these people because I use my cards how I want to use them. I'm not a min maxer. I am not a min maxer. I that just that's painful. I use my cards, but the people like I think the Hilton gift card thing got killed by min maxers. I'm convinced of that. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I think. What else have you all heard? What else have you all heard people say that kind of you're just kind of like, like what? David says, exactly. I try to convince them they're losing tens of thousands of dollars from cards and bonuses, but they don't care and blow it up. Yeah. Like, it just yeah, it's like with my friend, they put they literally put hundreds of thousands of dollars through credit cards and they just don't care. They just don't. It's like, oh my God, if I had that kind of spend, I would be it's wild. It's wild. Polygraph. Credit card issuers watch us to try and close up loopholes they didn't count on creating. Yep. Oh yeah. Guarantee again, the Hilton, I'm convinced the Hilton gift card trick got shut down because of us. I'm convinced of that for sure. Um, let's see here. Trying to think of another trying to think of another scary, spooky thing I've heard. Opposition research. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Um, what else am I trying to think of here? Trying to think of something else I've heard off the top of my head, but I'm forgetting what it is now. It popped in there for a second, and then it's gone. Background balloon, unrelated, but what are y'all's most wildest Halloween costumes? I'm in my mid-20s, but look like I'm still in high school. I dressed up as a baby metal as a joke in 2023. That's awesome. Um, so I actually went to this has been some years ago now, but I was going to a costume party for Halloween. And I actually went to a costume company here in downtown Kansas City. So mostly they do costumes for like shows. Like they have costumes for a bunch of stuff, but they have costumes that people can rent. They mostly cater to productions like plays and that kind of thing is what they mostly cater to. Um but I contacted them and I went to the party as a 1920s gangster, and I had a prop Tommy gun and everything. And people were like, "Holy crap, man, that's awesome." Never used Hilton gift cards. Yep. You're probably the one person, Yuri, that has not. What's up, Kevin? Happy Halloween. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope everything in the Bay Area is going well for you. I know it's probably yeah, it's still light out there in California though, so not getting dark yet. Do you get many trick or treaters, Kevin? Serious, trying to think of anything else. Oh, gotta love technology. I don't know if you all heard that in the background or not, but let's see here. I got Baby Metal hoodie at Aftershock 2023 and a Kawaii face mask and red tutu was only like $15 total on Amazon. I need pictures, man. Absolutely worth it for the That's awesome. Oh man, we have 6 Hilton gift cards right now. 4 of them are Aspires, or 6 Hilton cards. Sorry, 4 of them are Aspires. Yeah, that's crazy, Yuri. That is crazy. You dressed up as a gangster, not beating the Russian gangster allegations. Well, I don't know that Russian gangsters in the 20s dressed up in suits and had Tommy guns. So but yeah, that was a fun party though. It was a fun party. It was a long night. That's been years ago now though. So um again, what else have you guys heard rumor wise that was spooky and scary? You're just like, holy crap! If that person thinks that, here's one for you that's kind of off topic, but it really it really got me to thinking about just people's psyche and whatnot in general, their mindset. And this is off topic, but talking about like people's thought process. I I was dating a girl for not very long after this, but she told me we were having a conversation about money one day, and I forget exactly how it came up now because it's been a while. But she basically said that There was money in the bank because there were checks in the checkbook. She literally said, "There are if there's checks in the checkbook, there's money in the bank." And I'm like, "Uh, okay." Yeah, we split up fairly soon after that conversation. Like, "Yeah, there's not money in the bank just because you have checks in the checkbook." Like, "No, no. It's not how it works." I have Darth Maul lightsaber, and that is my nice. Nice, Kevin. Good costume, sir. Background says Dogma, the band, drama, the YouTube channel, Wyatt's Metal is doing really well covering it. Oh, okay. Hmm. I'm talking about covering. So you talking about they're covering baby metal? Is that who the channel is covering? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, but not sure though. 32 people in here. Let's get it. Keep on showing here. Get the show bigger here. Kevin, I get about 50 people go in my house trick or treat. Wow, you get about 50 people every year, Kevin, that come to trick or treat at your all's house. That's a lot, man. At least that seems like a lot to me. Well, I've had 0 in the 8 years I've lived here in my house, so 1 would be a lot for me, let alone 50. That's crazy, man. That's pretty cool though. Background, why is people saying that checkbook line so common of a thing? I don't know. So I is that common? Is that common background? I she's the only person that I've ever heard say that. And so, and again, that relationship, dating, whatever you want to call it, yeah, I ended that pretty soon after she said that. So I'm just like, yeah, that's not good. So, but if that's a common thing, like that's scary. That's scary crap too. We can add that to the scary and spooky stuff on Halloween for Halloween night here. I don't get that at all. That's insane. Um, yeah. Anything else you guys have heard that's spooky and scary? I'm trying to think here. So, who all here is going to Puerto Rico next week besides me? Back on the Dogma band, drama be spooky, unrelated to baby metal. A poser basically taking a fat L in setting up a band. Okay, interesting. Hmm. I don't have the costume, but lightsaber I have. But I try my best to around the lightsaber. Okay, so you're always the lightsaber is always on you, Kevin. That's what it sounds like. Well, because you're Darth Maul, so you have to have the lightsaber with you. Yeah, I've heard it multiple times from various peer. Well, that's crazy. So, background, I have a question for you. Um, has it mostly been women or men? I'm curious to hear about that. Has it mostly been women or men? US Bank just dropped a new card. Really, Matt? Is that seriously? Oh, we're going to have to do this live. Is it on their website? We'll look at it here. Let's see here. Is it a business card, Matt, or is it a what's it called, Matt? Oh, is this it? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take a look at this. I gotta share my screen. We're gonna take a look at this together. I'm assuming Matt's doing a video about it. Yeah, here we go. The split. Oh my god, what is that card design? What the hell is that? Oh god, their designs keep getting worse. Okay, let's see here. 3 payments for what? Choose a 6 or 12-month plan in 3 easy steps. No fees, no interest on all your purchases for a 3-month payment plan. What in the hell is this? You can extend payment plans for 6 or 12 months with equal monthly payments and no interest for just a small fixed monthly so there's a fee involved, obviously. What is this? A fixed fee that will be charged each month a plan that you owe a plan balance on plans that have a duration of 6 or more months. This fixed fee is disclosed when a plan is extended to 6 or more months. Oh, so it's determined by the plan then. Every purchase that posts to your account during a billing cycle that is $100 or over will immediately and automatically be divided into 3. Oh, wow, so you have no choice. It just gets divided into a 3-month billing plan or payment plan. Wow. Uh, okay. Oh, yeah, and then that's all it does. Yeah. Okay. I've seen enough of that. That's a bizarre card. Like, okay, Matt, you just totally threw me off, man. Uh, I think I missed some comments up here. Matt said scary, but yeah, that's ugh. I heard a scary story about my brother closing his gold card. Yeah, I know. I know Philmo. I probably scared the crap out of you. Almost gave you a heart attack. So I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Yuri's going to PR. Okay, cool. I just went on the US Bank site. You talking about the split card? Yeah, yeah. Ghost stories are scary. Yep, ghost stories are. They definitely can be scary. Booked nights in different Hiltons. You talking about in at PR? You booked a different nights at different hotels. Yeah, this. Oh my god, both dudes and dudettes. I get cringy entertainment listening to them talk about finances. Oh man, interesting, dude. That's very interesting. Personal. It's a Klarna card. That makes sense then. That if it's a Klarna card, that makes perfect sense. Booked 8 nights in different Hiltons in Puerto Rico. For each night, Yuri, or like a couple nights here, a couple nights there. After I do my call, okay. Yeah, U.S. Bank needs intervention. LGBTQ card design. I don't think that looks like just U.S. Bank's colors, but I mean, could coincide. U.S. Bank is supposed to announce transfer partners tomorrow. November 1st? Is this supposed to be November 1st when they announced them? Why was I thinking in December they were announcing transfer partners? Maybe I'm thinking of December 'cause that's when the changes to the US bar happens. Thanks for the reminder, Yuri. I didn't realize it was tomorrow. Yeah, and they do need intervention with how every single change has been complete. Yeah, I don't get that. That's just that card's weird. Yeah, this card is trash and weird. Yeah, the card is trash and weird. Yeah, that card is absolute. Yeah, yeah, it's completely off the rails. Yes, it does give JCB Energy background. You're right. It does. David says, a true horror story. After my dad died, my sister wouldn't give anyone any money for as long as she could. When I told her she was losing money in interest and investment price, she said, yeah. Man, that sounds like a tough situation there, David. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, I knew you weren't going. All good, man. Understand. I got a lawyer and got my money. Ugh, man. It's really sad when money comes in to play with family. Like money, I've heard so many stories about how money just completely destroys families and whatnot. It's just kind of stupid. Kevin says, I can't go to PR for personal reasons. Okay, no worries. All good. The baby blue on the USB split card low key doesn't fit the design. The fit is so bad it's scary. Yeah, that card is just I don't yeah, I don't get that at all. That's just really weird. Wow, Matt, I had no idea that they were dropped that a new card dropped today. So thanks for see, man, Matt's dropping breaking news all of the time. So I had no idea. That card is really horrible. Whew, man. US Bank, you could be so good, but yet you are so bad. Uh, oh, I think I missed a. There's Matt. US bar changes happen in December. The 45-day notice would technically be tomorrow. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I had JCB card, but it was discontinued. Yeah, I didn't think the card existed anymore. Money can destroy many. Yeah, for sure. Vegas money. Well, money. I mean, money is a big topic, and I mean, money is important to me. If I'm dating someone, it's like I kind of know. I kind of want to know where they're at. You know, but like people hiding things. Like I've heard so many stories of people, hiding debt or hiding chunks of money, and just all kinds of weird scenarios all around money just destroying relationships. JCB exited US market. Yeah. So I forgot what JCB stands for. And I know as soon as someone says it, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's just a horrible card. Ugh. Thanks for sharing, Matt. US Bank, you could be killing it, but you're killing it. Nurican says US Bank just needs to concentrate on the US bar. That card has so much potential, waiting to see which transfer partners they'll get. I guess we're finding out tomorrow. I mean, I don't, which is kind of weird on a Saturday, but I mean, if it's November 1st, then November 1st it is. I mean, I'm curious to see what it is, but I don't see US Bank knocking it out of the park. I see US Bank having m- maybe all of them, but at a minimum, I see them having a few of the promiscuous transfer partners, like like Flying Blue, and seems like Avianca likes to play with everybody. And like I said, Flying Blue and uh, Aeroplan seems to play with a lot of them. So I see them having like all the promiscuous partners, but I don't see them knocking it out of the park. But transfer parties, I don't think count to the 45 days since they already announced that change. Okay. Kevin says Wells Fargo is sidelined and it starts to wake up and starting to plan out. Yeah, maybe. I mean, hey, they got JetBlue, so that's a cool addition. You know, uh, uh, I know a lot of people get value from JetBlue, so I think having them add to JetBlue is a great thing. I think no matter what the partner is, I think having options is the ultimate goal. Whether they're options that we all like and love, or maybe they're options that some of us like and love, or maybe they're options that no one likes. I mean, but having options is better than having nothing, in my opinion. Philmo says money can definitely destroy relationships. That's why I got a sugar mama. Yep. Philmo's living the good life, man. Got the sugar mama on the side. So yep, gotta love that. You did it right, Philmo. I need to be like you when I grow up. That's right. Japan, yes, Japan Commercial Bank or Japan Credit Bureau. Okay, Japan Credit Bureau. I yeah, I didn't even know what JCB stood for. So the S. Philmo, Philmo is getting that back. Uh, maybe they'll announce it on Monday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe so. Yuri. I'm assuming it's going to be imminent. The best partner USB can pull is Korean and then Flying Blue, Avios, and Best Western. I've heard you say Korean before, Matt. What do you think they're going to pull off Korean? Like, is there something that you've seen or read that makes you think it's going to be Korean? I don't think. Does anybody have Korean Air right now? I don't. I honestly don't have all of the transfer partners of all the different banks memorized, but I can't. I thought maybe one might have had Korean, but I have US Bank Trifecta Plus, a few other cards from US Bank. I just have 4 right now, Yuri. I just have the Reserve, the Connect Business, the Business Triple Cash, and then the Cash Plus card. The Smartly card destroyed. Yeah, they kind of the Smartly. I think I tend to agree with Matt on what happened with Smartly and why they're making changes with the US bar and that kind of thing. I think they basically lost their ass on Smartly. And now they're passing they're passing along the paying the price to us as far as, oh, the US bar is going to get nerfed and some of the other changes they made. Matt says my prediction for the US bar and transfer partners, what would you do if beyond wasted? Hmm. Okay. Interesting. QC man, Wells Fargo. Good to see you, QC man. Thanks for being here, dude. Wells Fargo getting JB was meh. Wells Fargo getting JB at 1-1 was great. But I mean, yeah, for sure. I wish Amex had JetBlue at 1-1, but they don't. They have it what 5-4, 5-4. So I think Citi and also Chase have JB 1-1 too. So it's not hard to find because again, I mean, JetBlue seems like it's another one of those partners that's kind of becoming promiscuous now. Don't forget, it is the longest weekend of the year. Yeah. Hold on. Longest weekend of the year. What am I missing? Explain, Vegas. Matt says, I only think Korean because they issue the Korean Sky Pass cards. If you can't plant your co-brand, go home, you're high. Oh, okay. I didn't know about the Sky Pass card. I didn't know that they were the issuer for that. Huh. Okay. That's good speculation then. I would say US Bank should have Korean. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that, Matt. I didn't even know about Sky Pass. Kevin says technically you can send JetBlue points and book it for United flights. Yep, you can now with the alliance they have with United. Sure can. Korean was transfer partner of Chase. Okay. Daylight savings ends. Okay. Oh yeah. Because it dropped because we fall back an hour. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah. That's like I know it's daylight savings time ends, but yeah, we gain an hour. Yeah, that makes sense. Extra hour of daylight. Yep. Yep. Clocks go back on Sunday morning. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Just leave the clocks one way or the other, please. Although I will say that falling back is easier than going forward. So at least for me, it is. That's just me, I guess. So let's see here. So is Korean go back to your so are they still a partner with Chase? Or did that go by the wayside and they're no longer a partner with anybody right now? Let's see here. Okay. Well, I don't have anything else for you guys, so I wasn't really sure on how long I was going to be going tonight. Um, I think we had like 32 people in here at one point, so I might just call it here if nobody has anything else. Um, I appreciate you all for being here tonight. It's Halloween, so thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. Uh, Hope this was entertaining. Oh, some more comments now. Matt says, Matt says, all of a sudden I got like 5 comments just right in a row. Korean isn't okay with anyone. Okay. That makes sense. Background says Arizona is the only state that does not do all that doesn't do all those time changes, but only in select countries. Correct. Iceland does not do the daylight savings time either. Also, parts of Indiana do not do daylight savings time as well. Always remember spring forward, fall back. Yes, for now. Yeah, Korean Air is an airline I just have not looked at really. I don't think Chase transfers to Korean anymore. No longer a partner with Chase. Okay. All right. They were at one point and then stopped. Vegas says I used to have 2 watches, one for DST and the other for the other. So did you wear them on each wrist or did you just have them set and then you switched out watches? I guess it make more sense for you to switch them out when daylight savings time started and ended. Blue Jays or Dodgers tonight? I'm open for the Blue Jays. Uh-oh, Polygraph's gonna hate me. LA. Open for the Blue Jays to win. We'll see what happens. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything else here. Don't think I am. Scroll back up here. And the box, if you are still here, thank you again for your super chat. That's super kind of you. I appreciate that. And congrats again on that Freedom Rise. That's if it's your first card, that's a perfect card to start out with. Is the Chase Freedom Rise card. And for anybody else that's watching currently right now, if you are looking to start out your journey, um, the Chase Freedom Rise is a great card for sure. That's what it's made for. Also, too, um, look at secured credit cards too. Secured credit cards are just credit cards that you open up basically a savings account with the bank, and they issue you a credit card with a credit limit in the amount of your deposit of your savings account for the card. So another great option to build credit if you're just starting out. Vegas says it was easier than changing the time. Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke's in the house. What's up, Uncle Luke? Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you, sir. We're just I mean, go back and watch the replay here, but we were just talking about kind of spooky and scary things that I've heard people say about credit cards. Um, and I kind of wanted to meld, credit cards into a Halloween theme. So it was like, spooky and scary things. And some of the things we talked about were, um, you know, like I've heard, like this is things I've heard people tell me directly, like, "Oh, you have a lot of credit cards. You must have a lot of debt," and which I could see why people would think that, but it's like, no, that's not the case. I actually have 26 credit cards and my FICO 9 score is 815. So I don't have a lot of debt and I'm carrying no debt really. Also, credit cards are bad. You shouldn't have them. So there's those people like, oh, I don't have any credit cards. I would never get one. They're bad. So it's like, no, they're not really bad. They can be bad, especially if you misuse them and abuse them. Uh, they can wreck your life really quick, but they're not bad. And used correctly, they're actually a great tool that you can accomplish great things with. So also too, I've heard people say you have to carry a balance to build credit, which is also not true. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, please don't be carrying a balance. That is so counterintuitive to what you're trying to do. So there's those people, but then also too, I think that goes hand in hand with I've heard people tell me that, oh, I'm making the minimum payments. I'm good. It's like, mm, if you're using a card for a 0% APR right now for something like a big purchase or something, or an emergency popped up, or you did a balance transfer, you're utilizing a 0%. Okay, minimum payment, maybe, but usually pretty much never a good thing to carry a balance. Then I've heard people also say things like, oh, you shouldn't have anything more than one or two cards. Having more than two cards is bad. It's like, no, no, actually having more cards is beneficial because the more cards you have and not carrying a balance on them and having more and more credit available to you actually builds your credit profile. And as time passes, the aging of your credit actually makes your credit portfolio or profile thicker, which then gives you like me, 26 credit cards, a mortgage, an auto loan, and my scores are 815 right now. So yeah, we're just talking about like weird, crazy, scary things that I hear people say that's like, oh no, 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 please don't. Matt says, oh yeah, I got to book another night on Rove. Matt, I am digging into Rove this weekend, man. I'm going to dig into Rove this weekend. I know you've been preaching the Rove gospel for quite a while now. I need to really dig in this weekend. I've got nothing going on this weekend, so anything can be an addiction if you don't control it. Oh, for sure, Vegas. Anything you I can take I can take the better health journey and kind of go out of control with it and be addicted to whatever. I mean, you can be addicted to the gym. I mean, you can take anything to an extreme. Polygraph, man, thank you, man. Thank you for the 49 super chat. I really appreciate that. John, I appreciate the live. Happy Halloween. Gonna go watch the World Series, USA versus Canada. Okay, I see why you're rooting for the Dodgers now. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Happy Halloween. Hope you have a good night, man. James, have a great weekend, everyone. Gonna eat dinner and go to sleep. 5:30. Ooh, yeah, 5:30 is early. Have a good one. Have a good one, James. Take care, man. But yeah, Luke, I was actually just kind of shutting it down actually because I think people were going to dip off and go do Halloween things. So, but yeah, that's what we were talking about tonight. And again, if you want to go watch the replay, Luke, please do. But yeah, I just talked about just things that are scary that I hear people say about credit cards that are, people that are either misinformed or maybe they've had a life that has manipulated their thought process around, credit cards being evil. So let's go Canada. Hey man, I would love to see the Blue Jays win. So I mean, I have no dog in the fight. I mean, although I live in Kansas City, I grew up in Central Missouri, and I grew up a Cardinals fan. So I'm a St. Louis Cardinal baseball fan. And although I don't dislike the Royals, I just grew up a Cardinals fan. So that's who I root for. No worries, it's almost my bedtime. Yeah, yeah, Luke, it is almost your bedtime. Luke, are you like me? Do you keep a because I'm pretty stringent on my bedtime too. Like I've gone down this better health journey and stuff, right? So like working out and losing like 140 pounds so far and eating better. Then I started going down the rabbit hole of like sleep, and I ended up had a really crappy bed that I should have gotten rid of like 8 years prior, and spent a good penny on a really nice bed and gone down the whole sleep thing and started looking at that. And, you know, going even on the weekends, I stick pretty darn close to my bedtime schedule. I don't vary much at all. So, and I work early hours. So, even on the weekends and stuff, I still go to bed, I guess, compared to other people early. So I usually stick to my schedule. I just wondered if you stuck to your schedule too on the weekends. Okay, Kevin. Goodbye, man. Have a good Halloween. Take care. Mr. Chad Pennycuff, what is up, sir? Happy Halloween. Hope you're doing good, man. Cannot wait to see you, Chad, in a week or so in Puerto Rico. It's gonna be awesome to meet you in person finally. Do the Dodgers really want to eat Big Macs? I don't know. Luke says I have to keep a schedule and structure. It helps me stay human. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. If I vary too much, the only time I really vary my bedtime schedule, Luke, is there's a couple of guy friends. We all get together about once every few months. We get together about 4 or 5 times a year. It's guys' night, and we go out. It's a Friday night, and we go out on guy night. We go have wings and beer, and we just get caught up on each other's lives and talk. And then we usually have a bunch of laughs because we're a bunch of grown men that have 12-year-old minds. And so it's just a good time to catch up with friends and stuff. And that's the only time that I really stray from my schedule because we're usually out fairly late, just catching up and whatnot. But I will say, I usually, when I know it's guy night, I don't have anything planned for Saturday because I'm usually pretty wrecked Saturday. So because of that, so that's about the only time I really vary. But yeah, it's been great seeing you all here. And Chad, I was actually just getting ready to dip off here for the evening. So the topics were discussed and covered and done. So but anyway, again, thank you all for being here. Again, thank you for the super chat there, Polygraph. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. And as I always say at the end of every video, please be good to each other, okay? And please be respectful. And please have conversations. It's okay to talk and agree or agree to disagree. Now, go have a good evening. Safe Halloween.